All right, we live on YouTube and Twitch. If go on YouTube if you can right now. Hey Rue Study Hall. I'm gonna type it in the comments. If you want to see it on YouTube, go to YouTube and type in Hey Rue Study Hall, and it should pop up that I'm live right now. If y'all want to see the presentation, go to that page. And if you want to go to my Twitch, go to my Twitch. It's Hey Rue 456. If you want to go to my Twitch, and if if y'all want to see everything that I'm doing, go to that, and y'all can watch it live. I'm gonna see my notifications going off and everything. Let's go. All right, y'all ready? All right, let's go. First, peace and love, everybody. Welcome to Hey Rule Study Hall. Today, we're gonna be talking about system science and the source of my information. A good majority of it come from Dr. Shiva. You know what I'm saying? The man that created the email, and he has a book titled System Science: The System and Revolution, Truth, Freedom, and Health. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go check him out on his YouTube. He go live very often. He gives courses on system science, and if you support him or donate, he'll send you books, and he'll give you he'll hook you up with some courses. When it comes to reciprocity, he know all about that. Shout out Dr. Shiva. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go check him out on YouTube, and he running for Senate too. So I'm gonna get straight into it, and this information is from Dr. Shiva's book. Okay, so that's my reference. Now, the following are 5 key principles of a systems perspective on revolutionary change. Okay. Number 1, we must know how things are interconnected in the world. The interconnections matter more than the parts. We must understand the connection between the center and the periphery, and we must look beyond the centralized command and control model to realize there is no center. Okay. Now, number 2, right? Number 2, truth emerges when the whole is greater than the sum of the parts. Okay. Now, I gotta go to this slide real quick because I learned this from Dr. Shiva too. I've never really heard about the blind man and the elephant story, but that's a good example when it comes to interconnectedness. Now, the blind man and the elephant, right? Now, one blind man grabs the tusk and says, "An elephant is like a spear, right?" Another feels the trunk and concludes, "An elephant is like a snake," right? The third blind man hugging the leg thinks an elephant is like a tree. The one holding the tail claims an elephant is like a rope. Another feeling the ear believes an elephant is like a fan. The last blind man leaning on the elephant's side exclaims an elephant is like a wall. Because each man was trapped in his own limited perception, none of the 6 were able to form a clear mental picture of the elephant. And that same thing applies with life. Same thing applies with work, business, anything dealing with systems. Because everything deals with systems when it comes to the universe, the solar system, your nervous system, etc. So where we at? I'm on number 3. So boom, number 3. Real change is rapid and fast when a critical mass or boiling point has been achieved. At exactly 212 degrees Fahrenheit, water starts vaporizing because particles are moving in the same direction. It's sudden, fast, and irreversible. The movement or transport of mass literally creates what we say in science a phase transition, a revolution. Okay? Now, number 4, we need an accurate and reality-based feedback process that allows for the tracking of clearly set goals and indicates when they have been achieved and when we are off that course. Okay? This feedback process allows us to repeat, adjust, or in our input behavior. Okay, next slide. Number 5, there is no belief or aspiration to perfection. Okay, there is a commitment to a goal and a commitment to iterate towards the goal. And the goal emerges from the interaction of the system itself and its neighboring systems. Okay, again, dealing with interconnectedness and oneness. Okay, now this is also from his book too. I want to share this because there's some good information. So what are our goals, right? Now let's recall the slogan of the Russian Revolution, right? Peace, land, and bread. Okay, that's what they said in Russia back then, I guess. Today, we have bread, but not health. We have land, but not freedom. Our peace is without truth. To begin moving toward goals of genuine truth, freedom, and health, this book and how it works, okay? This will open up to a wider recognition that health requires freedom and freedom demands truth to control our destiny, okay? Are you committed to truth, freedom, and health? Is that why you chosen to read this book? My answer is yes. Okay. And this is from Dr. Shiva. He said, then join me in creating this revolution We have nothing to lose but our chains. Okay. Dr. Shiva, page 19, the System of Revolution book. Go get it. You know, it's a good book to read and to always have. Okay. Now, I mean, I'm gonna keep pushing because I don't gotta. I'm not. This is just my personal notes. Let me move forward. But before I continue, let me make sure I'm not ignoring nobody that might be in the chat. Okay, nobody. Oh, somebody commented. Hey, dude, I've been watching your live stream and I can say you're really doing great. I love to be one of your fan. If you're cool with that, add me on Discord username. I appreciate you. I appreciate the love and the feedback. I be on Discord. I don't really want a fan. I put it like this: I consider myself a leader, and I want to share information to help other people become leaders themselves. So if anything, you're a leader, Williams, Lord Marvel. I look at you like a leader. Okay, so you're a leader. I can't hear you. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. You got to go to my YouTube, and I'm on Bigo. But let me keep it pushing because I gotta continue this video. All right. So now, every system in the universe is either an open loop system or a closed loop system. Both kinds of systems have 5 basic elements. So this first system, the open loop system, has 5 basic elements. The first one is input. The second is transport. The third is conversion. The fourth is structure. And the fifth one is output. Okay. The image to the right illustrates the 5 elements of an open loop system. Okay. Input refers to what goes into the system, right? Which can be information, energy, or physical matter. Okay. Transport indicates the movement or flow of input through the system. Conversion is the transformation of input into final output, which again may be matter, energy, or information. Structure refers to the form and boundaries of a system that gives it definition and sustainability, as the bones and muscles do for a human body. Okay, let's keep it pushing. It's called an open loop system because it's permanently open to input. An electric heater is a good example of an open loop system. Activating the heater sends the input of electric current into the heater. Transport is the aspect of the system that moves electric and thermal energy within the system. Conversion, represented by the heating coils, transforms the electrical energy into heat. The structure element forms and contains the entire system. Heat is the final output. Okay, so once the machine is turned on, the system will remain open. It will continue taking in electricity and sending out heat without any self-regulation. It will keep working at the same rate until it is turned off. Okay, now we finna get to they call it the closed loop system. I like to shout out Dr. Shiva. He calls it the intelligent system, right? A closed loop system works differently. It includes 4 additional elements: a goal, okay, a sensor, a controller, and disturbance. Okay, these elements enable a self-regulated and continuous adjustment of the input in order to achieve a desired output that matches the goal, in spite of disturbances to the system, through the use of a sensor and a controller. Okay, so to me, the sensor is like your electromagnetic biofield, right? Let me close this box. I don't want nobody there. You feel me? And the whatchamacallit, hold on. The sensor, I would say, is like your biofield. The controller is like your brain or your biological computer. Okay, so let's keep it pushing. So boom, closed loop systems are called intelligent because the process of self-adjustment and refinement is continually going on using the controller, which adjusts the input based on observing the difference between the desired goal and the actual output. An apartment with central heating and a thermostat is a good example. Let's say the desired temperature for the apartment is 78 degrees, right? That's the goal. And the goal is achieved when the output of heat into the apartment is equal to the goal. Okay. The thermostat is the controller. Okay. It receives information about temperature from a sensor, the thermometer. The controller determines the difference between the goal and the output. It then calculates how much input is needed to transport oil into the furnace for the conversion of oil to heat. The oil tank is the structure in which the oil is stored. If there are disturbances, for example, like a cold draft in the apartment, the sensor will communicate that disturbance to the controller, which adjusts the input as needed. The process continues as a closed, self-regulating system to achieve and maintain the goal of 78 degrees. Okay. Now that's a thermostat example, but humans, we do the same thing and probably don't even realize it. So again, here's the 9 elements of an intelligent system. You have input, you have output, you have transport, you have conversion, you have structure, or what's the other word? Storage or structure. Then you have the goal, and then you have the controller, then you have the sensor, then you have the disturbance. Okay, so let me see real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna end it right there. I'm gonna do a part 2 on this because yeah, this was a little bit on the spot, but I'm gonna do a part 2, and when I do my part 2, I'm gonna be sure to when I do a part 2, I'm gonna go even deeper. But we just reached 11 minutes, not too long. The next presentation I'm gonna do is gonna be on cymatics, and I might do a triple header. It depends. I got a lot of energy today. So with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed the presentation. Much love to everybody. I hope the rest of y'all day is the best of y'all day. Love y'all. Peace.